That's better. Kia ora whānau, kia ora everybody, welcome in this morning. Beautiful to see everybody hanging out again. Again, just like I mentioned, live streaming again this morning to you live from Bali. We're still over here. We've kind of moved up the further up the coast. We are sitting in a place. We're up here for a couple of days' work and just piecing some mahi together. We just come up today. So like I was saying as well earlier, I'm just trying to piece together a few places for us, and some haven't quite worked out, but this one has presented a beautiful opportunity for us with the Wi-Fi and everything like that. A little bit more rural at the moment, so we're just sort of going with the flow of things and how they present to ourselves. Like I say, beautiful to see everyone. If you're coming in new, no mai whara mai whakatau mai. Just coming and settling our place for our 1 hour sessions in the morning, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Just to come in and a nice opportunity just to retreat from everything else in our life, from everything else in our environment, from everything else that we are engaged in during the day, just to settle some space, some time and some energy within ourselves. Really important for us to that self-aroha. It's all about self-aroha and giving ourselves those spaces and not kind of taking from those spaces and putting out there, because it takes less from us. It takes more from us and less for us to sort of energize ourselves and keep ourselves well, keep ourselves in well spaces. So we start with our karakia this morning. You can tell I'm just racing out. I'm learning a lot more actually about all these gadgets, but awesome. Tuki nui te tuki roa, te tuki ka tuki nāti tēnei tuki ka te tuki nā runga ue te mana ka hinga tāne ki tākoto kei raro kei ngā manu I runga I raro tāwhi ki te tuki nei, ka pa te tuki kei waiki, ka tuku ka noa, tēnā te hau ka hau o tū, ka hau o tāwhiri mātea, wārea ki runga, wārea ki raro tākoto, tūturu whakamoa kia tīna, haunge ui e tāiki. Awesome, we just have a visitor. I just didn't see come through. Just a visitor for us, just to sort of give us a couple of rundowns on our space. Just make sure that's. Yeah, I just thought the screen was sort of playing up. Right. Just sort of giving us a couple of tips on the place that we're staying in. Okay. Awesome. So like I was saying, we've just moved up the coast a little bit. A couple of hours out of sort of Denpasar, I think they call it, or the capital of Bali. And we've come further up the coast. Beautiful little place, just turned up today. Lovely structured place, just out on the coast, and nice bit of whenua. Very different over here, very different sort of whenua, and quite hot. So quite humid. But very lucky to have such a special place and Wi-Fi to come into you guys. Kapai, also, on our way up, the whānau that drives us through the space and coming up to the space is his name is Mahi, and as we've learned, we've gone through the kōrero with our friend. We've learned that like they kind of hold the first to the fourth born kind of hold certain names, and we were just talking about it today. And as we were talking with him, so his is Mahi, and so anyone with the name of Mahi is the second born. And we try to put them together as we were putting them together. Ketut is the firstborn, Mahi is the second born, Ketuk is the third born, and Putu is the fourth born. And if you come down, if you end up having more than 4 children into the 5th child, the cycle repeats itself in the names. So our cab driver, or our driver that's sort of come to pick us up, our whānau that's come to pick us up, is Mahi. So in his whānau, he is the second eldest. So just nice to learn a little bit more about how different spaces kind of work and different, the communication and different whānaus work. So we kind of learned that today. And when we came up, we stopped at a place called Tana Lot. And Tana Lot was is a temple that sits out off the mainland, out in the ocean, just off the mainland, just down in the ocean. Tana Lot is a temple, and in their acknowledgement, that temple belongs to the ocean. And in their terms and in the corridor that we had with Made, he was talking about how it resembles, for a lot of them, growth. Growth within themselves and within their relationships, actually all relationships to each other, to whenua, to Tangaroa, to the ocean. And it's one place in which they connect. So it's like it would be a point for them to, the people in the area, priests would attend that place. There is a lot of ceremony there. There is a lot of gatherings there. He also took us to a big carved meeting house. And their meeting houses are quite different, very no walls, a lot of pillars, and like very intricate carvings sit all on the back wall and on some of the poles. But he was explaining that that's where all the community decisions are made, all the community comes together, the local tribe or the hapu all come together and kōrero about decisions that are being made for the community. And also with that temple, it's, the kaupapa around it was the relationships to environment. That was the one of them. The relationships to other people, and also the relationships to their atua. So they, like us, they have atua that sort of look over and, guide different areas. For instance, Tāne, Tangaroa, Tāwhiri, Mātia, all of those sort of things. Well, they also have their own atua, which is really interesting. A lot of when we went through our kōrero and you sort of come back to a lot of the stuff is very much the same. They all have this main thread about how we connect to ourselves, how we connect to people, how we connect to our whenua, how we connect to all of our, just our environment, all of the things that are in our environment. So it was interesting to really have that kōrero and bring that all back to that point. So very similar, some of the kōrero. And, at the temple, they have ceremonies there, and it's quite small. That sits just off the whenua, so they actually time it for low tides when the tides are low, so you can actually walk out there. And I think they actually have a process of people just slowly winding in and out of the temple, paying their, acknowledging their prayers, or, offering their prayers, offering their, whatever they've taken to those places. A lot of them will have things like incense and flowers and sweets and things like that. They come around and pay their prayers, like I was saying, come back down and then come back onto the whenua. And so this whole process sort of takes place where whānau are going in for whichever ceremony that is. So really interesting. A lot of the tōhunga or the priests that would sort of be around those places kind of don't live there, but they stay close to the place. And they very much tune into the environment and a lot of those sort of things. And they have things, that we sort of engage with a little bit of Ngākau Oho, like kōrero, meditation, it being a type of ceremony for us, really developing our own ceremony to keep our balance, our practices that contribute to our inner calm, or our, they're very, I find very quite calm, even though there's a lot of chaos around them. And if you've ever been here and jumping on the roads and things like that, there was no way you could drive like that in Tamaki Makaurau and Auckland. In New Zealand, in Aotearoa, you just couldn't, but they somehow managed. There's somehow no accidents. It's quite unbelievable. But they're very calm. They, you can do a 6-point turn and a 2-lane busy road, and no one battens an eyelid. It's quite funny. It would be very different at home for us. So we have our little experiences like that, little laughs to ourselves, and just how different it is and how different places are. But they really have these practices that contribute to their inner calm and their vibration, their ihirangaranga, their frequency, their iarere, and how they kind of set themselves up and settle themselves into the day, or settle themselves out of the day. Okay, so I just wanted to mention a couple of things. So yeah, this temple we visited today, Tana Lot, very beautiful place. Yeah, very beautiful place. You could tell the opulence that was there, you know, earlier in those days, earlier in those times. And earlier in those times that contributed to the opulence around those temples and how they lived. Very beautiful place. So we're very blessed to visit that place today and just sort of tap in on the energy that surrounds those places. A lot of people there, but we were very fortunate to have our friend with us. It just sort of took us through the whole space and place. So if you ever come, Tana Lot, the temple that belongs to the ocean. Nō reira, coming in this morning. Our 3 hearts this morning, Whānau, our 3 hearts. Let's see if we can get this. Finding your place. Ready to open up our tinana. I know it's early in the morning. Oh, yeah, here we go. Sorry, I'm just using a couple of new additives to the space this morning, so I'm just not sure if they are coming through. If I find your space, start opening up the tinana. Let's get our breath. Akiroto, start with a deep breath this morning. Right, just intertwine the fingers. Right, have our breath, roll the wrists out. Akiroto. Akiroto. Right, the fingers up more. Akiroto. Yeah, to now respect it. Over the back of the by just stretching the back of the kaki. Just stretching through the back of the neck. All right, slowly coming back to center. Up under the powai. What's Papa? Sing up under the powai under your chin, stretching all open through the hoka and the front of the kaki. Back to center. Back to the Maui. In the chin over the left shoulder. Just through the turn of the kaki, just creating a twist through the stretch. Stretch through the twist. Right, slowly coming back to center. Here we go. Keep on those. Again, through the twist. Stretching through the kaki. So coming up through the neck area. The energy pulsating through this area. All that kōrero of thoughts pulsating into the tinana. You know, just to be careful about what we're thinking about. Realize that if I go back to center, just to the boko to the left. By this time, just stretching down through the side of the kaki. Open up through there. Just allow the shoulders to drop also. Just open it up a bit further. Keep our breath. This natural rhythm. Slowly back to center. Little back to center. Across to our other side. Also, I'm just stretching down through the kaki. Again, dropping the shoulder. Just to open up these places, spaces. Especially this time of the morning. To engage and open up the tinana. Get our energy flowing up more. Right. Awesome. Slowly coming back to center. Right breath in. You wobble. Start just leaning forward. The hands out in front. Stretch through that back. And the shoulders through the arms. Down into the glutes. Into the hope. Okay, slowly coming back up to center. Hiroto. Haki waho. As you're releasing the breath, see if you can push out a little bit further, drop it a little bit deeper. Right, slowly coming back up to center. Hakiroto. Hakiwaho. Start dropping. Awakens turi. See if we can drop our chin to our knee. Allow the weight. Get the arm across the front. You feel the urge. You can also bring the hand under the knee. Just sort of pull yourself down. It also contributes to the stretch. Fine. Slowly coming back up to center. Remember, as we pass center, breath in, breath out. Hakiroto. Hakiwaho. Pēnei. Mau. Pull the hand across the top, across the front. Your hands are here. Whānau. Need assistance, bring the hand up under the knee. Pull yourself across. Really focusing on these sides, towards the back. Fine. Body coming back up to center. Hiroto. Hiwaho. Elbow nine, bring your elbow down. But keep everything relaxed as you can. Stretch your cross arm up over the top. You can actually draw the shoulder up. Keep the shoulder back so our chest doesn't close. Then you'll feel it draw the stretch all into the puppy. Right. Back up to center. Kapiti, cross to our other side. Try to keep the body relaxed, just allow it to relax. Keep those shoulder back. They can lift the arm a little further through, across the top of the upuku. You'll feel the stretch go deeper into the whole thing. Slowly back up to center. Pick our feet up, wider than the hope. Again, just to stabilize ourselves if you can, without stabilizing yourself. Otherwise, bring the arms back and just bringing our knees across the front of the tinana. Allow this to all open up. All through the hope, through the lower back. Be nice and accessible, but really nice to, open up the tinana, start the day like this. Apply two more. Mahi. You up. You center. Finding out space. Out through hearts this morning. Your rhythm of breath. Find your rhythm of breath. Find your position. Back is straight. Relying on papa. I sometimes to lift the legs up so the knees are bent. It takes the pressure out of the arch, the lower arch. As long as our back is straight, you're comfortable. Eyes begin to close. Start to relax the tinana. You'll into your natural rhythm of breathing. Each outgoing breath, just release any tension that comes up. Just utilize that outgoing breath with intention, just to draw that from the tinana and allow it to flow out. My breath. Ingoing breath or anything invigorating, the invigorating energy, the energy that lifts your space. You start to relax across the top of the upoko, through the scalp muscles, down through the forehead, down through the kānuhi, sides of the upoko, the taringa, the back of the upoko, down to the base of the skull. Get, relax through the jaw, release of the outgoing breath. Relaxing down through the front of the kaki, come down onto the top of the shoulders. Your space. Relax down through the shoulders, the arms, through the elbows, forearms, through your wrists, all the way to the tips of your fingers. Release, relax. Dropping your shoulders. Allow these to drop and relax. Relax through the poho, the upper, down the upper shoulder blades, poho across the chest. Slowly, you're relaxing down to the solar plex area, the upper puku. Your attention, relaxing into the center of the back. Down into the lower puku, down into the lower back. Relaxing down the sides of the tinana. Amo te tinana, the rib areas, both sides. Relax through the internal organs, the digestive system. Center of the puku. Relaxing down into the hope, through the uri. Feel your body relaxing through the waiwai. Top of the legs, all the way down to the turi, through the knees. Down through the calves to the ankles, way through the feet, all the way to the tips of the toes. Just releasing, relaxing. Just feel your breath entering, exiting your tinana. Slowly elongating the breath. Longer, slower and deeper. Akiroto, draw our breath from our center, lower center, up through the center of the tinana. All the way to the top of the upoko. Release your breath. Mahi Hā, pull the breath in. Drive up, lift it up to the center of the tinana. The manawa, oka, through the Hinengaro, all the way to the top of the upoko. Release your breath. Relax all through the tinana. And one more, Akiroto, pull the breath in. All the way through the center, lifting energy up into the creative spaces. Feel the breath come through the Hinengaro. Resting at the pumotomoto at the top of the upoko. Release the breath. Feel your stillness and your calmness. By 3 hearts this morning, slowly bring our attention to our whatu manawa space, center of our upoko. Doing our 3 breaths. Hakiroto, first breath in, whatu manawa. Long, slow and deep, aligning our hearts. Akiwaho. Akiroto. Long, slow, deep breath in. The whatu manawa. Feel the breeze upon your breath into this heart. Seeing heart. Akiwaho. Allow your breath to release. Relax and release. No hakiroto. Breathe in. Feel the breeze upon your breath. Akiwaho. Feel that slow exhale of breath, keeping the whatu manawa, allowing space to create clarity. Slowly bringing our attention to the center of our poho, the center of our chest. 3 breaths to the center of this heart. Akiroto. Breathe in. Feel a breeze upon your breath into the center of your heart. Your space. Sense the center, the chest, the heart space. Pāki waho. Remember, release on the outgoing breath, come back to a relaxed state. Anō haki roto, breath in. Haki waho. Allow the breath to slowly exhale. More breath. Haki roto to the center of our poho. Slow breath in. Haki roto. Feel your intention. Sense the space. The breathe upon your breath into this heart. Feel it as it becomes awake and in line. Haki waho. Our attention to the center of our puku, the emotional body. Our 3 breaths into the center of our pūmanawa. Pāki roto, breath in. Feel it into the house. Stirring the energy. Want to release, it doesn't serve us. Waho. Wairua anō, 2 more. Haki roto, feel your breath. Feel the breeze upon it. Inta, pūmanawa. Our emotional body. We take our second deep breath. Haki roto. Pāki waho. Right, haki roto. 1 more breath in. Nice, slow, deep breath. Feel the breeze upon as you enter center of your pūmanawa. Haki waho. Slowly releasing the breath. Anything that is not serving us, doesn't serve, allow it to free itself through the breath, release it, sense it, release it from the tinana. Those things that are not ours to carry. By now, 3 last deep breaths simultaneously into the 3 hearts. Get into alignment. Our pūmanawa, manawa, and our whatu manawa. The center po, as they sit in the center po of our tinana. First breath, slow, haki roto, simultaneously into our 3 hearts, bringing them into alignment. Waho. Hiroto, return. Right, Aki wahu. Our last breath. Feel our hearts alive, feel our center. Aki roto. Aki wahu. Slowly coming back to our space, back to the tinana. Sharing breath with our tinana. Develop our relationship with the tinana. Wiggle the fingers, toes, slowly open the eyes, slowly coming into our kotipito. Lucky to be actually on Whānau this morning. Beautiful. Right, just feel your space. Breath in, haki roto. Haki waho. O te pitu. They see the tai rā whiti. Into our movement. Nara mai kia rangi nui. Nara konga kia papatuanu. O te pitu. Tia te Māori. Whaka Wairua. Hei o ranga ki Hinengaro. Tinana. Hei o ranga Whānau. O te pitu. E tūtama tāne. E tūtama wahine. O te pitu. Ko ki whakamuri. Nā ngātu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei o ranga Māori. Whakaheke. O te pitu. Tukuna ta Māori. Tihei. From our tai rāwhiti. Huri ki te tai tonga. Hāpina, start to find your fluidity. Hāputa. O te pitu. Whera mai te arangina. Mau aki a papatuanu. O te pitu. Putting ourselves in the water time. Tia te Māori. Wairua. Hei o ranga Hinengaro. Hei o ranga tinana. Hei o ranga Whānau. O te pitu. Te tūtama tāne. Our masculine. Te tūtama waki. Our feminine. Back to its balance center. O te pitu. Ki whakamuri. Nā ngātu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei o ranga. O Māori. Whakaheke. O te pitu. For our generation. And our to come. Tā Māori. Tihei. Kuri. Te whai kua Ahita. Ahuta. Nara mai kia rangi. Amo waki a papatuanu. O te kia te mau. Wairua. Hei o ranga Hinengaro. Hei o ranga tinana. Hei o ranga Whānau. O te pitu. Tamatāne. Te tūtama wahine. O te pitu. Our balance center. Our masculine. Our feminine. O ki whakamuri. Nā ngātu ki ngā. Hei o ranga. Māori. Whakaheke. O te pitu. Te Māori. Tihei. Kuri. Te tai tokaro. Always the four direction. Breath in. Iwaho. O te pitu. Whera mai te arangi. Amo waki a papatuanu. O te pitu. Kia te mau. Ranga Wairua. Hei o ranga Hinengaro. Tinana. Hei o ranga Whānau. O te pitu. Tama kā. E tū tama wahine. Our balancing our feminine and our masculine. E whito, o ki whakamuri. Ngā ngātu ki ngā tūpuna. Hei o ranga, be well. Māori. Whaka heke. Mō te generation te rā te kama. Tūpuna ka Māori. I hei. Hākina. Hāputa. Eyes closed, just face your palms, face forward. Just tilt your shoulders back, lift your upoko up. Just feel the energy generating through the tinana. Through the heels of your feet, papa, through your tinana. All the way to the top of your upoko. Awakening and balancing our holistic selves. Feel the breath of the day, sparking life into our space. 5. Breath in, hākina, hāputa. Awesome, beautiful. Up by this morning, bring our rākau up. Right, found this rākau at the back. Also bringing our heels on this morning, center of our heels. Up by find the center, allow it to sit through the center of the heels. Slowly just lower, slight bend in the knees, just feel the pressure coming through the heels. Up by sometimes a little bit grunty, sometimes a little bit feel that bite through there. I just slowly allow it to settle in. Pai, toru, ua, tahi, atahaere, slowly shifting our weight. Ki Māui, just allow weight to come through the left waiwa. Again, tilt the front of the foot. Just sit back so we feel the pressure coming through the heel. Sometimes there's a bit of a bite. Like we say, be different in different parts of the feet for all of us, different days. Ai, turu, rua, tahi, whakahaere, cross to our other side. Slowly shift. Sit back into it. Tilt the front of the foot if you need more pressure. Allow that to sink through the heels. Always encourage whānau just to take your shoes off, go walk your bare feet. All that miri on papa, really good for our posture, our health, our connection. Rise slowly back to center. Okay, just settle in. Just feel the pressure through the center of the heel. Toru, ua, tahi. Slowly step off your rākau. Just walk that out. Walk it out through the heels. Kapa usually, like we've said before, 3 to 5 times through these. Just because of our time limit in the morning, it's nice to bring these to our awareness so we can utilize them. All of us can utilize them. Kapa, bring our rākau up this morning, whānau, long rākau, palms are facing down. Mahi pēnei. If you tap the lower part of your back, if not, you're just coming up to here, kapai. Start to open up our physical aspect of ourselves. It's nice to have a holistic balance through ourselves, through our movement, physicality, through the quiet space within our internal spaces. Apply 2 more, tahi, ua. Also bring the rākau up onto the back of the shoulder, mahi pēnei. I just allow the top to open. This one here, we just ground our waiwai to papa. Papa, that just isolates through the top. By 2 more of these, tahi, ua. Now turn the whole tinana and pivot on the foot. Turn the whole tinana. Start to pivot, looking after our turi, looking after our knees. And also creating movement. Through the ankles, through the hope, right, tahi. Tua. Tori, awesome. Back to center. Mahi pēnei. Right. Now the rākau to hikoi up the back of the kaki, just allow it to sit at the base of the skull. Feel as the rākau moves in, miri with the romi to kaki. Really good for headaches, if you're getting any sore necks, headaches, anything like that. But this is really good just to move this energy. It's a lot of the kaki. Tapai toru. Ua, tahi, awesome, goody. Bring the rākau back the other way. To allow it to hikoi down the back of the kaki. You're doing this in a quiet time, just with yourself. If you find any mamai or anything sitting in the kaki, just allow your time to stop. Allow pressure from your rākau to pinpoint that area. Papai, tori. Ua, tahi, awesome. Ia rākau back up over the front. Mahi pēnei. For this one, rowing your waka. From here, focusing on the hands pushing forward. Rotating over, bring the shoulders, bring it through the back, the arms. Allow your natural rhythm of movement through the tinana. 5, 3 more. Tahi. Tua. Toru. Kapai. Elbows. Yeah, elbows in. You sweep across the front of the tinana. Beautiful. Awesome. Now that whole momentum to move through the tinana. Sweep across the elbow. Across the front of the tinana. Now by 3 more. Tahi. Ua. Tori. Awesome. Mahi Rākau, back to center. Turn our palms up. This time, mahi pēnei. Feel a different movement in the tinana. Opening up the body. Feel your breath. Is it the same breath? Tinana shifting energy, warming up, moving. Becoming aware, you know, it's really developing whanaungatanga with our tinana, with the self. Ka pai 3 more, tahi, ua, toru, ka pai out, up over the side, pivot off the foot. Now the feet to pivot. Push the rākau out over the top. The tinana. Stretching out through the body, opening up a little bit further. Try 2 more, tahi. Ua. Awesome. Drop through the waiwai. Push the rākau out. This far. This time pushing out through the waiwai. Thigh. Opening up through the thighs. Push the rākau out to the side, up over the up over the shoulders. 3 more. Tahi. Ua. Toru. Right, coming back to phase 1. Just do eye level. Allow your natural rhythm of movement and breath. Apply 3 more. Toru. Ua. Tahi. Back to center. Side palms are facing down. Draw into the paw. Push across the tinana. Shout across. So opening up the shoulder blades. Get it warm over here. Don't know about you fellas. All the way up. Now the pimp off the foot. 2 more. Mahi. 2 up. Right up over the shoulders. Over the top. Creating movement, energy moving through the tinana. So it's not stagnant. Just see where you can go. Feel your ability. Right, 3 more. Tahi. What? Oro. Mahi ki raro. Pulling it down. Upright. Keep opening off the foot. Just keep mindful of the breath. Upright, 3 more. Tahi. 2 up. Tori. Awesome. Upright, bring out Rākau. Wait, time to keep more. Right hand at the top, left hand at the bottom. Mahi pēnei. Keep light on the feet. Full extension forward, all the way back past the shoulder. This also helps with coordination. So our mindsets on how our balance is. Right, 3 more. Bring our waiwai in. What? Forward. Start. Waiwai. Also push out against you. The waiwai. Find your fluidity in your movement. Just your ability. Try and keep your back straight. Right, 2 more. Mahi. 2 up. Right. Face 1. Right, just 5 of these this morning. Toru. 4. 5. I'll bring our Rākau in. Mahi pēnei. Keep our fluidity between movement of the Rākau and our waiwai, how we step, our coordination. Rima, ono, whitu, waru, iwa, te kau. Right, and we take our waiwai out, just allow the Rākau to move around the tinana. Just feel your breath, natural rhythm of breathing. Allow it to calm. Feel the breath of the Rākau sweeping close to the tinana. Mindfully sweeping our energetic field. Just clearing our space. All that stuff, it's not ours to carry. Allow the wind of the Rākau movement. Sever the bonds to things that we do not serve us. 5, 3 more. Tahi. 2. Oru. Apai koe tamiki mua. Mahi pēnei. Apai just allow it to sweep across the front and the back. Again, just sweeping the tinana. Sweeping our energetic field. Just being mindful as we do it. The tension. 3 more. Tahi. 2. Kapai, bring our rākau back to centre. Palms facing down and roll back, draw the rākau into the poho. Remember, in and out going breath is a little bit more forceful. Working the diaphragm. Kapai. Haki waho. Hiroto. Waho. Roto. Waho. Kapai. 3 more. Beautiful. Ngā Rākau, centre. Whakatā, if you'll step back, put your hands down for Rākau. Allow yourself to lean forward and just engage with the stretch with the arms and shoulders and back. Down through the back of the waiwai. 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right. Ngā Rākau. Ngā Rākau. Now, ringa further down. Deep breath to the stretch. The back of the waiwai. To the hope. To the back. Vai, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now step back up with the whakatā, bring our rākau up to spawning whānau. Left palm facing down, right palm facing up and over. Eyes closed. Just feel your rhythm, feel your vibration, feel your frequency, feel your tempo. Feel your energy, feel your self-worth, self-love. You are of the divine spark. You do it into Peter Piro, it into Pinati Tene, to Pinaro, with the Mapaka, Tani, the Takeira, Rokeira, Maripira, Tafi, Pine, Papa did not get Waiki, Karu, and Tina, two, Tafi, Mati, Wari, Kila, Wari, Kila, Taku, doing Fakamokia, Tina, Hongi, Aiki. Aio ki te whenua, aio ki te rangi, aio ki te tāia, tihei wau. Beautiful. Mihi ana ki a koutou. Great to see everybody this morning. Pretty warm over here, get a sweat up quite easy. Which kind of is really good for me. Awesome. Beautiful to see everybody this morning. As we charge, awake and rise into our new week or another week, and just really these tools that are really contribute to our well-being and our balance and things like that. Really beautiful seeing some of the places over here, and also doing some mahi over here. It's just been much gratitude to the space and the mahi and the stuff that we can all create. Like it goes back into that kōrero about what do we seek? What do we desire? What does our heart call? Or what calls our heart? All of these sort of things come into that sort of space. So it's things to contribute, things to, our kai for our thought, and how, to think about what we're actually thinking about, what we're generating, what we're creating. Thought is energy, and it's pulsating out into the field and feeding back to us. So just to be mindful of those sort of spaces. Nō reira, ka pai. Kia pai tō rā, have a beautiful Monday. We will see you all again on Wednesday. Mauri ora koutou.